Hello everybody and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I am your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Blaylock. And today, guys, we're going to be looking at our playoff predicts, who's making it in, who is not quite making the cut. Before we do, please hit the like and the subscribe button and use the code TODAYJays to get some sweet deals and discounts. All right, let's start with the American League. Got the coveted Toronto Blue Jays in it, the team that we all want to know about. But first, we got to look at that division that we're in. Are we winning it?
No, I don't think we're going to win it. And look, I know a lot of people are really excited about the New York Yankees losing a lot of games, but I just think it's just not realistic that the Yankees are going to lose this big of a lead to the Tampa Bay Rays or the Toronto Blue Jays, or hell, even the Baltimore Orioles, right?
I mean, right now they have 80 at the time of recording this video, 80 Ws. Tampa Bay's got 74. That's a lot of Ws to make up in 29 ball games.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. So, and I know some Yankee fans that come on this channel being like, no, this isn't just a slump. This is just a collapse of a team. We need to, like, re-scrap everything. But, like, again, guys, look. Ball clubs have gone through stuff like this. You're good players. You have a good team. You're going to figure it out. They're going to win the AL East. Now,
I do think so.
The Central, though, a little bit of a toss-up between the Guardians and the Twins.
Literally tied right now. I think they both have 68 Ws. And what's actually really shocking is the Chicago White Sox, who everybody's completely forgotten about, they have 67 wins.
Incredible.
They're actually in that little hunt right now. Now, I'm going to be honest, folks. I'm not quite fully bought into the White Sox. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the fact that the media has not been talking about them enough. Maybe it's the fact that Tony fucking La Russa is getting, like, guys in the freaking stands to call out, tell him what to do. I don't know. Well, I'm not about him right now.
The media's been talking about the White Sox, but very negatively.
It's not been good.
It's been all horrible.
It's not been good, dude. And literally, I just don't think I can buy in on a squad whose manager's falling asleep in the first inning
and he's
of
not
the
even
game.
And he's not even there anymore.
No.
He has a heart condition.
No. So, can't be doing anything like that. So, I'm not about the White Sox. I know that we differ slightly on this. You've decided to go the Guardians route of things.
Yes.
Why?
I just like the Guardians' makeup as a team. They got good pitching, good bullpen, and good guys with the bat. Sneaky good guys. Though they're young, they're going through a bit of a retooling stage of their team. I just like them. And whereas the Twins, like, I've just never been a fan of. I know they got a great team, but I don't know. I'm leaning Guardians. Probably a bit of bias in there. That's my prediction.
Yeah, so I'm leaning Twins, and this one's very, very simple, guys. I looked at the last 10. Twins 6-4, Guardians 2-8.
Yeah,
so right now there is one team that's clearly on the upswing, one team, in my opinion, that's clearly on the downswing. I'm gonna take the team on the upswing because I do think that they're pretty damn close when it comes to, like, all the metrics and everything like that.
Very fair.
And honestly, even though we've been shitting on them, wouldn't be totally shocked if the White Sox decided to make a play for it.
Well, hey, maybe Tony La Russa being not with the team anymore could actually be a good thing for them.
Who knows? Who actually knows? So we'll see there, guys. I'm going Twins. Adam's saying Guardians. Now, for the other division, I think this one's pretty freaking standard.
This is a lock.
It's Houston Astros. Yeah. It's always been Houston Astros. They have like 11-game lead right now. That's insurmountable.
Yeah, they're a lock. They're always a lock. No matter how well the Seattle Mariners have done in this last little bit, and it's not going to be. They're not going to.
It would be ridiculous if they did that. Yeah. So right now, division winners: Yankees. You're going Guardians. I'm saying Twins, and you have Astros there at the third spot in the West.
So I actually have them as like number 1 overall. They're going to win.
Sorry. Yeah, I was not doing them in order right there. Yes, Astros are very clearly like number 1. Then I did have the Yankees there, and then whoever the central person is, they're going to be number 3. Yeah. So Yankees and Astros are going to be getting a bye in our little situation right here.
Yeah.
Wild card stuff. What do we have going on for the first wild card spot?
This is the really interesting stuff, guys. Obviously, this involves your Toronto Blue Jays, but number 1, I really do believe is going to be the Seattle Mariners. Yeah. I am buying in on the Mariners Kool-Aid because they are so good. They're on an impressive 7-game win streak right now. They're going to take it away. Their team looks unstoppable, and I definitely don't want to face them in the playoffs.
No. I mean, they, in my opinion, are better than whoever the central winner is going to be. They're probably better than the Yankees. They're the only team right now in in the AL that I think that you could actually say has a legitimate shot at dethroning the Astros right now. Like, I seriously look at that team and I get scared. I do not want to face off against them. And in this situation that we're looking at right now, that's exactly what would happen. Toronto Blue Jays coming in at the second spot there in the wild card race. That honestly kind of sucks. Like I think I'd prefer in this situation of things, in this scenario, that we finish third so we don't have to play Seattle. We can play whoever the central winner is.
Yeah,
but
100%.
I mean, we might just win too many games.
I know that's the blessing. That's the bad thing about being there. You know, you want to go first overall and get the home field advantage, but then you don't want to land two. It's a pitfall. 3 is great. He's great, like we're saying, and in that 3 spot is the Tampa Bay Rays. I think they're going to hold off. I mean, look, they're number 2 right now. They're closing in on the Yankees. I think they're going to fall a little bit flat and near the end not be as aggressive in their winning, and they're going to end up in that 3 spot. And the Orioles, no. They're going to miss.
Yeah, Orioles are going to have to miss, and we're going to have to make them miss, because if we end up coming second, as we're saying right now in this scenario, you have to imagine a lot of those W's are going to be against the Baltimore Orioles, who we have 9 games with, and a lot against Tampa Bay, who we also have a crap load of games with too. So that's going to drop Tampa. That's going to drop Orioles. It's going to raise us up, sadly, having to face Seattle, which who knows what's going to happen there.
And then I'll give you my early prediction there, folks. We ain't going to win that series.
Maybe not.
Probably not.
But who knows? Maybe we're fucking really hot at that. If we come second, that means we got to win a ton of games. Maybe I'm feeling a lot better about the situation at that point, right?
Who knows?
You never know.
Who knows?
You never know.
Right.
Moving over to the NL right now. Let's start with the easiest one, the NL West. It's obviously the Dodgers. I don't think too much needs to be said there. What was it? Plus 294?
Oh, yeah.
Run differential?
Plus 294 during the recording of this video is run differential. It's insane. And then I think the next team, which is like the next best team in the whole MLB, is the Houston Astros. Yeah. They had like 160 or something like that, so it's ridiculous. Around that.
It's just so abhorrently better than everyone else. I'm kind of surprised that they don't have more W's when you look at that run differential, but they're going to be number 1 in all of NL, guaranteed. Number 2, though, what do you have going on there?
I've got the Atlanta Braves coming out of the East. Too. Yeah, they are looking fantastic as of late. I think they're going to dethrone the Mets. At the recording of this video, Mets are number 1 right now. Braves are number 2. I think the Braves are going to take it home all the way into the playoffs for the rest of the season.
I agree. I really like that Braves team makeup, man. I mean, let's face it, they're the reigning champs. What's not to love about them? And they've totally figured it out. Been incredible since All-Star break, and a little bit before that too.
Yeah.
And then coming in there in the NL Central, no Milwaukee Brewers this year. It is the Cardinals all the way. Offensively speaking, last 30 days, no one has been better. They are red freaking hot, literally anchored by 2 MVP candidates.
Yeah.
Both dudes, I think, deserve to receive a crap load of votes when it comes to that award.
100%.
That's another team, in my opinion, St. Louis Cardinals, not getting enough media coverage that I would not want to play come wildcard race, because in this scenario, they would probably be that wildcard team or playing a wildcard team. I don't want it.
That's exactly right. There could be a realistic option where they can, somehow beat up the Braves in second spot. Right. It could happen, but I just think the Braves are going to be just as hot as they are. So that's what's going to happen there, folks. And as well for the wild card. Now, obviously that means that the Braves are going to push out the Mets. I think the Mets are going to be number 1 in the wild card.
They have too many wins right now, in my opinion, for anyone else to overtake them, so they definitely have to be number 1 in that wild card. Either Atlanta or the Mets, whichever one does not win that division, they should be number 1 in the wild card. And then also, we both kind of agree that their division rival, the Philadelphia Phillies, they will come second there. So a lot of good teams in the NL East right now in this year, dude. Like a lot of good squads.
Dude, all on the East, in the American League and the National League. There are a lot of goods on that East. A lot of good teams on the East Coast.
I wonder what's about that, geographically speaking. Maybe just a lot of fucking money or something. So like
probably a lot of money. Probably a lot of money.
Probably that's what it is. Either way, Philadelphia Phillies, they're going to be coming second. I like a lot of what they're doing. Obviously, Harper is back. They're going to be getting Zach Wheeler back. So lots of good stuff there. And then that would put the San Diego Padres third. They are going to make it in this year. No Milwaukee Brewers at all. That's really the only squad at this point that has any sort of chance at jumping in here. Everyone else is a little bit too far behind, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think the Milwaukee Brewers have just been performing just so bad.
It's just it's not reassuring.
It's not reassuring, and there's no other team in range of the Padres. So with that, and not even the Padres are doing that much better, anyways, in the last little bit. But there's just no chance for them to make it. I think honestly this year, and it sucks because I actually had them as World Series favorites this year. Like, I was going to go for the Brewers, but
Yeah.
it's upsetting to see the other shoe drop of the Brewers where just not enough offense.
You got to score runs to be able to win games.
You just have to do
they're not
that.
being able to do that at a consistent basis. So, with this being said, you got the Dodgers, you got the Braves, you got the Astros, you got the Yankees. Those 4 squads all getting buys. I don't feel like that's a hot take. I feel like that is just what is going to happen at this point of the game. You would have the Mets taking on the Philadelphia Phillies, and you would have the Padres taking on the St. Louis Cardinals, and then in the AL, you got Toronto taking on Seattle, and Tampa Bay taking on the winner of that Central Division. I think the Twins, you think the Guardians.
Yeah.
Guys, let us know in the comments down below what you thought about our playoff predictions. Is there any hot takes that you guys have? Milwaukee, Baltimore, really hoping that none of those guys make it in, especially Baltimore. But if you guys think or have a strong argument for it, let us know in the comments down below.
And guys, it's $3 a month to become a Patreon member. And shout out and thank you to all of our current Patreon members. You can come onto our Wine on Wine every Friday. Just let us know.
Thank you so much for watching.
And go Jays, go!